Welcome to another RSR. Tonight we're reviewing CF Livestream Watchalong reaction. My bad. CF Montreal versus Club León Leagues Cup 2025 League Phase. CF Montreal contra Club León en la Leagues Cup Fase de Grupos. We are here. We're ready to go. We got Montreal versus León. Should be interesting. Star and 11s are as follows. How we doing, Dylan? How we doing, Henry? How we doing, Risklander? Star and 11s are as follows. For Montreal, in goal we have Jonathan Sawa, the back four of Luca Petrasso, Brandon Craig, Fernando Alvarez, David Bugaj, the midfield two of Joel Waterman, Victor Lattori. We have Caden Clark, Dante Seeley. We have Gennady Sinchuk. And up top, Prince Owusu. For León, in goal, we have Oscar Jimenez. The back four of Ivan Moreno. We have Valentin Gauthier. We have Adonis Frias. We have Salvador Reyes. The midfield two of Miguel Rodriguez and Rodrigo Echeverria. The attacking midfield three of James Rodriguez, Fernando Beltran, Angel Estrada, and up top, Rogelio Funes Mori. Good. Well, they said they're starting to rebuild, so there's your answer there, I guess. They've been young, but now they've said, oh, rebuild. Honestly, that one's probably makes sense, I suppose. Yeah. Well. Leagues Cup, here we go. Toronto is not in this tournament, honestly. The only thing that sucks about that is Montreal fans do have their team in this tournament. Different camera. No, new ring light. That has a blue tint. I can't get it to a perfect white light. Because the perfect white light is only the on button, but it only flicks on like a flash. I don't know what to do. I think my only way to do, hold on, is like just cover the freaking light with a paper. That might not even work, but let me just see this right now. Oh, that does kind of work. Yeah, just cover it with a piece of paper. Okay. Yeah, covering it with a piece of paper does kind of filter out the blue. It does. Okay. Yeah, I might just do that then. Cut out like a half circle sheet of paper and yeah. Okay. Sawan goal for Montreal. Petrasso, Alvarez, Craig, Bugaj, Lattori, Waterman, Caden Clark, Sinchuk, Seeley, Owusu. Because here's the problem. Like the white light has a blue tint. Now, if I put a white piece of paper over the light, there'll be less blue tint, as you just saw. Jimenez in goal, Reyes, Frias, Gauthier, Moreno, Echeverria, Estrada, Emi Rodriguez, Fernando Beltran, James Rodriguez, and Rogelio Funes Mori for León. So I'll do that tomorrow. I've been thinking of that being the way to do it, but either way. So, no, when it comes to this blue tint, no, I'm fine. No, it's not meaning anything. Here we go. James Rodriguez, player to watch for León. Here we go. And yes, besides the RSR for this game, we will review this game. But we will also be live for the San Diego Pachuca game. But there's enough time in between both these games, even with a penalty shootout if need be. I haven't seen it, and I won't see it. No problem with Superman being woke. I just don't care about superhero movies unless it's a pro wrestler playing on the superhero's team or the superhero itself. I don't care if Superman's woke or not. I'm not watching it. There's no wrestler in it. So, not like Guardians of the Galaxy or Peacemaker. So, do with that what you will. Hey, Jimmy, León FC, I do hope y'all win. I very sure hope y'all win. Vamos, León. Vamos, La Fiera. This live stream watch along is a hate watch. Yeah, it is. Toronto's not even in this tournament. Doesn't mean I can't want Montreal to eat a bag of whatever. Yeah, I would. Yeah, I would. Yeah, I would. I'm not really a rock fan anyway. But except for like last spring. Black Adam was not a good movie. That's like one of the exceptions to the rule. That was not a good movie. That was a bad movie. And there's a reason why Rock tried to ruin last year's WrestleMania. And then also led to the reason why he tried to ruin this year's WrestleMania. It's because that movie was so bad. Is Diaz in the lineup? We have Mori, Rodriguez, Beltran, Estrada, Echeverria, Rodriguez, Moreno, Gautier, Frias, Reyes, Jimenez. No. At least it doesn't look like it. How we doing, Alex? Pretty much, yeah. I never saw that movie. Yes, he is. Waiting for the game to start very soon. Why not watch Columbus Toluca? Because Montreal, this is a hate watch. I could care less. Like, Columbus Toluca, I could honestly care less. Montreal sucks ass, but I want to see them lose. It's my schedule. I can do what I want. If you want Columbus Toluca, go to Connor's channel. Go to Connor's channel. If you want Columbus Toluca. See, I also knew he was doing that, so that also helps. I also know Connor was doing Columbus Toluca as well, because he's a Columbus fan. So that also helps. This one won't get any views, probably. Compared. Probably. But there's a hole in Quebec that they call Montreal. Go to hell, Montreal, go to hell. And if you were a Montreal fan thinking this wasn't going to be a hate watch, you're new here, welcome. Referee tonight, Pierre-Luc Lausier. Oh, God. This one's going to be fun. We got Montreal and the damn fool. Okay. This is going to be fun. No, not exactly. Let's hope that bell doesn't sound. Oh, Prince Owusu's hearing you, Ryan. I don't think he needs to. He's already running on anger. Or what's the word? He's already running on revenge. That's the only reason he's as good as he is, playing for such a shit team. He's running on revenge at Toronto. Hey, at least he realizes, I guess, he wasn't the problem for the club last year. And we're off. León wearing the white, Montreal wearing the black and blue. Here we go. If you could describe the Blue Jays right now in one word, what would it be? Unstoppable. He never was. He never was the problem. I think you're right. He never was the problem. Now, he did miss some of his own chances, but he always had chances, you know? That's the difference. Turns out Owusu wasn't that bad of a striker. He just didn't really get that much service. And when he had to create his own chances, yeah, I mean, he scuffed things up, but it looked worse because he didn't get as much. Turns out the only thing different about Montreal and Toronto is that Montreal, respectfully, they at least try to play as a team. They might be shit, but they at least try to play as a team. The last 2 years of TFC, they did not play as a team at all. Even Bernadeschi tried to play hero ball. Even though he was one of their best players, he did try to play hero ball. And I guess I understand why they let him go too. Free kick for Montreal. So I guess I kind of understand why they let Bernadeschi go too. He wasn't a cancer like Insigne, but he was going to play hero ball, even if Insigne wasn't there. So you know what? Fair enough. 0-0, Zeroh, free kick for Montreal, 2 minutes in. So I guess I kind of get it. Either way, cross in. León out for a corner for Montreal. I don't care if you're playing in Montreal. If you're León, they should still beat Montreal. So this starts kind of worrying me. If you're a León fan, you should be worried. Like Montreal's like, we're openly like, we're going through a rebuild, and they start playing better for some reason. Weird. Cross in. Header cleared away. Every single one but defensive midfield and goalie. I guess center backs as well if you really just want to wait till next year. I mean, Monlouis is going to come back and he should be played more. Gomes is still, personally, Larea Gomes, Monlouis, and honestly, Cozy's really good this year. I mean, he's really found his way this year. I got to be honest. Maybe that one outside back position that Richie's not playing at, you could go there, or Stefanovic and you put Gomes on the other end, either way, or get a center back and put Gomes out there, Monlouis and new center back, and then Gomes. But either way, so I could see a defender, but we still have a big four or a back four where we don't really need to make that move. Center goalkeeper, I'm still good with Sean Johnson. He's not the problem. Center mid, I mean, Flores and Coelho, that's still good. That's still damn good. I'd say number 10, wing striker is what they really need to focus on, unless you want to get a center back for the rest of the year. But like for next year, though, I guess you could get a center back and then put Gomes wide and also get a center back for this year to replace Monlouis and Gomes. So shot wide. So I guess, but I really think striker, wing, number 10, that's where they really should focus. I think Pozuelo, I wish he would come back. I still think he has it. I've seen a couple of his Saudi highlights. I think he still has it. We should have never got rid of him in the first place. But worst comes to worst, yeah. Bringing Pozuelo back would be fine. I think SummerSlam should be good. I will tell you this. I will not be live on Sunday. I'll be watching SummerSlam night 2. Because that's John Cena's main event night as well. There's really not any good games on Leagues Cup that I'd rather watch over SummerSlam. I'm going to be honest. At least night 2. There's not. Sunday's a weekday. No joke. So, cross in. Header. Owuzu save. Owuzu save by Jimenez. Man, Owuzu. Should we have got rid of him? I don't think so. Like, honestly, are you an offense or defense person? Does it last 6:30 hours? It doesn't last 6.5 hours. The pay-per-view should be about 3 or 4. Maybe 5 if you add the kickoff show. The pay-per-view itself is 3.5, 4 hours, especially with the smaller cards. And it's a 2-night. I guess maybe it's tickets for both nights. Is that what it is? Now that makes more sense because there's a Saturday, Sunday, 2-night pay-per-view, 3.5 hours each. Well, that would be more like 7, but either way. No, it's not 6.5 hours. Even WrestleMania won 6.5 hours. Personally, when it comes, I mean, it's kind of hard. Yeah. I wouldn't say, part of my style would be a high press, but as well, I think it's a lot more of a run at the ball. Like, you could say high press, but the way I say it is run at the ball. Like, if they have the ball at the back, if the opposing team has the ball around the back, you run for that ball. Like, it's a very easily triggerable high press. You know what I'm saying? Chase the ball. Cut off the lines. Everybody presses. Everybody plays defense. Everybody plays offense. If a right back ends up top, controlled chaos, get the ball and then run it down their throat. Preferably at their own 18-yard box. But if you can't, blocked away. Preferably you get the ball back before the halfway line. And then you run it down their throat and score. Cross in, cleared away. Basically, you get the ball back. The way I put it is you get the ball back and out of nowhere. Ideally, you get the ball back and 3 seconds later the ball's in the back of their net. Like they don't know what hit them by the time the ball's at the back of their net. Never stop running. Never stop chasing the ball. Tough tackles. Playing forward. Wide. Be a goal kick for León. 0-0. 0-0. I mean, you can't not mention Hulk Hogan after he died because of what he did for wrestling. And I mean, considering the fact like half the old guys in AEW went through WCW when Hogan was part of the NWO, what exactly do you gain from not? I mean, I get, but you're pretty much between a rock and a hard place. I think every wrestling company, whether he worked there or not, which I mean, he did work there. He worked at TNA. TNA mentioned him, I would think. Header. Shot, goal! 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 Rogelio Funes Mori! Goal de León! Goal La Fiera! Goal de Funes Mori! Header, top bins! Right past Sawa. Normally you'd have one of those, but León needed that. They needed that. Ball crossed over the top. Funes Mori's onside. It hits the hand of Sawa and bounces above his hands. Into the net. 1-0. 0-1, 0-1. Well, let's not forget, this is against Montreal. Like, they're so bad that he should score against them. Let's not bury the lead here. I mean, Montreal's actually been playing pretty well tonight, all things considered, but th minute. Yep. 0-1. Settle 0-1. León leads. Tough break for Montreal there. No. Well, I think it helps that Liga MX clubs were in the Club World Cup. And I think some of these guys still want to be at the actual World Cup. I think it really helps that USA, Canada, Mexico is hosting the World Cup next year. I don't exactly see how it happens again, but 0-1, León leads over Montreal. Montreal actually had a really good start to this game up until then. They've actually looked really solid, all things considered. They definitely are punching above their weight a little bit, at least until the goal happened. But I can't say I don't feel sorry for him. Or I don't feel sorry for him. But They actually had a really good start to this game. But then again, I've said that before for another team who's a Canadian team, who is their rival, who sucks a lot. It's like, well, you know what? That was a good start. Allows a goal. It's not like it's different. 13th minute. James Rodriguez crossed the ball in to Funes Mori. James got the assist. Wouldn't you know it? Like, that's a shock. James Rodriguez got the assist. Like, that's a shock. Wuxia just pushes a dude off of him and no foul. Okay, that's a something. We'll review this game once it's over. We'll also be live for the San Diego Pachuca tonight. No review for that game. 14th minute. So, review for this game, and then we're live for San Diego Pachuca at 10. So, we're going to midnight. No review, thankfully, because I'd be up till I would be up till 2 anyway. But, you know, making the video. Yes. So, live review live today. Then tomorrow, just Miami Outlaws. Live review. Thursday, we're live for Red Bull Chivas live. And then Cruz Azul Seattle live RSR Thursday. 15th minute. I would hope, but it's not the 90s anymore. August 13th is the Forge versus Whitecaps game. First leg. Wednesday the 13th. We'll be live for it, don't worry. N64 N64 is still awesome. I agree, but he ain't my boy. He ain't my boy. He's definitely lost his mind, though. 17th minute. Nil 1, Zeroh 1. Excuse me. $17 minutes. Nil 1. Zeroh 1. León leads and they're pressing heavy. Like, honestly, though, Wuxia's on a damn island. And he's been playing pretty well, I gotta say. Where was this last year? part of it is like, where was this last year? Part of it's like, I'm like, okay. Oop. 19th minute. Oh, León is really trying to push for a second here. Make Montreal make a mistake or something of that way. Yeah. I don't know. 1926. Playing forward. Seeley. Of course, let's remember if there's a tie after 90 minutes, we have a penalty shootout to give the extra point. Let's not forget that's a thing. For the next week and a half. Actually, no, just the next week. They're playing all the group stage games by next midweek. Then there'll be like a week break before the knockout stage. Delusional. That's delusional. They're wrong. 21st minute. Wide. Wrong. I like Justin Fields, but wrong. Like, I mean, here's the thing. I like Justin Fields. I wish he stayed with the Steelers. Wrong. Just because you have Justin Fields doesn't mean you have a good roster. I'm sorry. Like, Justin Fields shouldn't have left the Steelers. I think that was a bad decision from him. But the Jets roster does not look better than the Dolphins or the Patriots for that matter. Honestly, you want me to be honest? I mean, I'm not high on the Dolphins, but the Jets have the worst roster of the whole AFC East. Like, I think the Patriots have a good roster with a good coach. I think coaching might make up some of the gap. The Bills still have the best roster of the division. I think the Patriots have a better team than the Dolphins. The Jets are still the worst roster, the whole division. Be like, what about Sauce Gardner? Okay. You have no offense. Oh. Portland Timbers reject $4 million offer from Fluminense for Santi Moreno. Good. Well, okay, so we just saw that at the same time. Good. $4 million? $4 million's not enough. So, how's Sealy playing so far? Okay. I mean, Montreal's looked somewhat solid tonight so far. They're losing, but, you know, they don't look like they're out of it, which is crazy. I thought they'd be out of it by now. Toronto's leading the Orioles right now. Good. First, third, one out, top of the fourth. Good. But honestly, I mean, he does look pretty good. I'm happy Montreal is losing, but Sealy looks pretty good. If only Toronto can make a deal for him. Or, well, I don't know. Or just he goes to Europe or something. Either way, save. Sealy and Spicer playing together. Well, it was good at the Gold Cup. If there was any positives, it was that. Yeah. I told you I wasn't moving. It was a trip. Well, at least not moving yet. When we were at the hotel, it was a trip. Not a fun trip. Well, not for a vacation, but you know what I mean. Honestly, I don't know how much longer we have here, per se. Could be less than a month, could be a couple of months. I have no idea. We might. There's a possibility that we don't move till after this season's over. Possibility. I'm sure that's an unlikely possibility, but there's still a slight possibility that the whole season of RSR 7 is still in this room. Ironically enough, that'd be kind of cool, but, you know, over the top. But don't know when things will change on that end. I'm not too sure. I wish. As far as I know, no, that's not the case. If a certain group was smart, it should be, but you know, whatever. If a certain group was smart, it should be the case, but you know. Playing forward, save. If a certain board was smart, that would be the case, but guess they're not. I wish. 27th minute. Playing forward. Oh, good clearance. Let's look at game day. How's that going? Blue Jays are up 2-0. All right, we'll take it. 1-0. Columbus are up 1-0. Oh, really? Oh. Well, that's shocking. 26th minute, 1-0 Columbus. They are up. Diego Rossi. Okay, it's a penalty. That makes more sense. Let's see. Is Wassam Abu Ali on the bench? No, not yet. Okay. 1-0 for Columbus. Interesting. 28th minute. Owusu flicks it on. What a tackle. Montreal is playing solidly right now. Owusu. Dude, he's trying all he can. Dude, Owusu's trying all he can to do something here. Like, man, honestly, I got to give him props. I got to give Owusu props. He's doing all he can just to at least get a freaking draw so they could go to a penalty shootout. I mean, dude, where was this last year? Where was this last year, Prince? Where was this last year? I wouldn't say that was him scuffing it. That was just, it is what it is. Where was this last year, though, really? And bad giveaway. Alvarez shot save. Prince has that dog. He does. He always has. If there's anything you could say, he always has, yes. And now he's also playing for revenge. I could only imagine where Montreal would be if he wasn't. Prince Owusu's legitimately carried this Montreal team to a little bit better than they would be without his current form, whether that be him being good or playing for revenge, or both. 30th minute. I respect it, though. I just wonder where it was all this time, or why it didn't come off with Toronto, or because he always had that dog in him. I wonder why it didn't come off in Toronto. Playing forward, good tackle. León's a little bit shaky, I gotta say. They're definitely... It ain't pretty, I'll tell you that much right now. They definitely ain't playing pretty football, I'll tell you that right now. Playing forward. This isn't a comfortable 1-0 lead, yeah. It's not comfortable, especially for León. They're not... You would want to be more smart about it. Oh, I see. There's 4 groups. Okay, I get it. Port of Spain. Port of Spain and Arnett Gardens got knocked out by Club Franciscain, CFU Club Shield. Weymouth, Wales knocked out Transvaal. And Police FC from Trinidad. All right, so the winners of those semifinals will move on to the Caribbean Cup. Prince Owusu to Saudi. Why do I feel like he would do so well there? Like, honestly, though, Prince Owusu would do so good at Saudi. Like Julian Quinones did. I really believe, even if you send him to one of those crappier teams or to smaller teams, which Neom FC, Prince Owusu to Neom FC, here we go. Montreal are rebuilding after all. You think there's a way we can get him back? I don't think he wanted to be in MLS. He just wanted the payday. Like, I think when Napoli got rid of him, he was like, oh, okay. So that's what you feel. Okay, I'll just get my damn payday and retire then. Pretty much retire then and maybe show flashes every so often. And Toronto was like, oh, he's a free agent? He won the Euros? He's Italian? Amazing idea. Insigne freaking scammed us. Let's be real. He thought he still had more to give, but he only wanted to do it for Napoli. And I really believe that Napoli winning the Scudetto, like the year after he left, really, really hurt. I think that really pissed him off. I think that really killed his vibe. And honestly, the way they played that whole year was pretty obvious from like the end of the 2022 season, MLS-wise. That'll never happen. He's done. I mean, I'd love to see Toronto have Zendejas. I think that would be an amazing idea. Zendejas playing on the wing at Toronto FC next to Corbianu. That sounds like a good idea. That sounds like a good idea. Zendejas at Toronto, that sounds like a good idea. Imagine Lozano, Insigne, and San Diego. Same thing would have happened there. Same thing would have happened there, especially for Insigne. 0-1, Zeroh 1. León leads. Water break with 10 minutes to go the first half. Water break. .38th minute. I mean, it's going to be a while. Gilberto Mora's going to Europe, so I don't think he's going to leave Mexico before he goes to Europe. So that's out. I think that's out. Save. Funes Mori, technically, I could see him going to MLS after León. I don't know if you call him a star, but Henry Martin. Yeah, Henry Martin. Quinones. Quinones wears a Mexican jersey. He's a star player. Quinones, Martin, Funes Mori. Probably one of those three. Probably Raul Jimenez. I could see that as well. Yeah. Raul Jimenez to MLS. I could see that. Honestly, I'm fine if he comes to Toronto. Make it be a Chelsea player. No. I just don't think he ever hit his potential. I think there's a difference there. I don't think he ever hit his potential. So do that what you will. Throw in 40th minute. Honestly, Gilberto Mora, Chino Huerta, I could see as well. Mateo Chavez, maybe. They love young players, so Mora, Mateo Chavez. I don't think Chino Huerta's young enough to be at Chelsea, but, you know. Yeah, Gilberto Mora, that actually sounds like a good pick. That actually does. Cole could play on the wing, Gilberto Mora at the 10. In front of Enzo and Caicedo. Yeah. João Pedro playing forward. Montreal. Oh, no penalty. Honestly, Gilberto Mora seems like the exact type of guy that Chelsea would get. Well, he needs game time, so I get it. "41st minute. I sort of feel bad for Ivacic. Yeah. No, I just don't think he hit it. Yeah. Because that was the first year season pass. "42nd minute. I'm going to Crew versus León. Nice. Well, he actually just got loaned. His loan's over. He's back in America. He didn't do well. I don't think he did that well. Barboza would do good. I agree. Free kick for Montreal, 43rd minute. 0-1, Zeroh 1, León. León leads. Montreal's been testing them for a long time tonight, though. Cross in. over the bar. Sealy tried to send it. Didn't really work. Sealy tried to send it. Didn't pan out. .44th minute. One minute to go before stoppage time. Yeah, I guess so. I don't know what to say. Yeah. I'm sure it would be. Playing forward. I'd rather go to arcade or, regular arcade or Formula One arcade. I would rather do that. Bowling is not my speed. I'm okay with bowling, but shit, I haven't gone bowling since what? Grade 12? It's been like 5 or 6 years. Trades between Liga MX and MLS. 45th minute. When Toronto got rid of Soteldo, that was a good trade. Cross in, header. I still think Soteldo and Salcedo was a good trade. Performance-wise, no, but I thought it was a good idea in the moment. Swap deal. Playing forward. Brandon Vasquez would have been a good one if he just got played. Luciano Acosta going back to Cincinnati from Atlas. Going to Cincinnati from Atlas. That was a good one. Yakimakis from Atlanta to Cruz Azul. And trying to think. No, that did not go well. Polito, no. Pizarro, no. .47th minute. They should, yeah. Are we really running this damn joke back? Jesus Christ, halftime. 0-1, 0-1 middle tiempo. León leads at the half. Really? It's better than being gaslit about my predictions, but I still trash joke. I don't even know the damn dude. With that being said, take a short break at the half, talk about the stats, get this one going, sit tight. 0-1, 0-1 medio tiempo. León leads. Sit tight, be back. Back for the stats at the half. We're back for the stats at the half of this game. We have 48% possession to 52. Actually, let me make sure. 48% possession to 52% possession. We have 8 shots to 3, 2 shots on goal to 2. We have 196 accurate passes, 86% to 205, 82%, and 4 fouls to 6, 3 corners to 1. We have 8 shots to 3, 4 shots off goal to 0, 2 shots on goal to 2, 229 passes through 249, 86% pass accuracy to 82% pass accuracy. We have 8 throws to 4, 12 touches the opposition box to 6, 0 offside to 1, 0 yellow cards, 0, 0 red cards, 0. We have 0-1, 0-1 medio tiempo. Honestly, for me, León, they have the goal, but Montreal have actually been very solid when it comes down to this match. Columbus leads Toluca at halftime. The MLS CFC public game's about to start. Tigres versus Houston later tonight. We have Pachuca San Diego, which will be live for. But when it comes down to it, this game is definitely León's being shaky. León's shaky. The only game we're live for tomorrow is Miami versus Atlas at 6:30. Live and review tomorrow. Then we'll be live tomorrow for 2 more games, or Thursday for 2 more games. They're not going to show those. Okay. But then again, León, they've been very shaky. Montreal have put on a lot of chances. They've tried. They definitely might get this to a shootout to get the extra point. They're not, if this doesn't go too wild. MLS. I mean, let's not forget. They recorded this ad at Nemesio Diaz. This Geico ad. Yeah, they did. Cool. But MLS, the Leagues Cup has always benefited MLS more. Always has. Second half about to start. Where's everyone at? Come on, chat. It's halftime. Let people. It's halftime. Maybe they're getting snacks and shit. Come on now. Columbus Crew 1-0. Halftime. Yep. Non-financially, I mean, Leagues Cup still benefits MLS. Honestly, I was meaning sports-wise, not financially, but if that's, it does both. It does both. Second half about to start. I thought the new America kit looked amazing. I thought that looked cool. Lovely. I mean, I think he was going to be a star anyway, but where he is now, no. He would have never got to the point he is now. Like, he would never be running the damn company, booking the company if you, no. Star as a wrestler, though, he would have still made it. I don't think he got booked where he did because of who he was with. I think the only thing that helped was the fact that he books the company now. He books the matches. He runs the company. Second half about to start. Here we go. "45 more minutes. We'll review this game. We'll put up the review, and we will be live for the San Diego game at 10. Here we go, second half. León leads. And 45 more minutes are left. Montreal have put themselves into striking distance, at least for a penalty shootout. The question is, can León hold on? They've been shaky for a long time tonight. NYCFC versus Puebla has started as well. Central American Cup. Let's see if those games have kicked off, at least the early game. Yes, it has. Verdez Motagua has kicked off 0-0. Motagua should win that, I would say. 0-1, Zeroh 1. That's the last Mexican kit with an OG logo. I would, yes. Yes. Yes, it is. In that wide away kit they had that was with it, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, because as soon, the 2022 World Cup jerseys had the new logo. Yeah, Thomas Muller is going to Vancouver. I think Fabrizio already put out the "Here we go." Not that that totally makes anything true, but yes. 2-2, the middle of the 6th, the Blue Jays game. Damn. Who scored? They scored both runs the bottom of the 4th. Of course they did. 47th minute. Montreal playing forward. Clark wide. Blue Jays have 3 more offensive innings to score before extras. '48th minute. Good. 49th minute. NYCFC is losing to Puebla. Oh, it just happened. 1-0, 4 minutes in. Fedorko scored 2 minutes in against NYCFC. Ricardo Marin with the assist. Okay. Daniel, are you okay? Cleared away. 49th minute. León is still shaky tonight so far against Montreal. Montreal is still knocking at that door. Let's remember there will be a penalty shootout after 90 if we have a tie for the extra point, of course. Let's not forget they have not changed that. Leagues Cup still has the extra point shootout. Playing forwards León. Cross in wide. What can we say? The World Cup had the worst kits in World Cup history thanks to Puma. I didn't hate those Puma kits. I disagree. I disagree. No. I liked the Ghana kits. Those were awesome. I liked those Ghana jerseys. Let me think. Who else? Didn't Denmark's jerseys, weren't those pretty cool? Like, Denmark's jerseys were pretty cool. I think they were Puma at the time, yeah. Or am I thinking of Switzerland? Either way, no, I disagree. I thought Puma's kits at the World Cup in 22 were pretty nice. Especially Ghana's. I like those jerseys. They look like training kits. Dude, acting like Canada didn't wear jerseys that look like training kits. Because Nike freaking screwed it all up. I mean, yeah, I do love those Canada jerseys that they qualified to the World Cup too and wore at the World Cup because of memories, but those were boring jerseys. The reason why those jerseys have aura is because of the black jersey that Canada had during that World Cup qualifying run. Also, they scored the first ever World Cup goal, the business black jersey as well. That was the only reason that set had any aura. And Canada knew it, and they were winning. And the funny part is, like, every big game during World Cup qualifying, when they got the black jersey, guess what? They wore that damn thing. There's a reason why the business black jersey became a thing. Because every time they wore that jersey, they handled business. The USA draw. The Mexico, beating Mexico wide, beating the USA. Every time they wore that black jersey, they handled business. They qualified in red, though. But either way, like, I love how you're like, well, you know. Here's the problem with that. Montreal playing it back. Because I thought they had the best roster at the tournament. I didn't realize that Jesse Marsh would screw it up. I didn't realize that they'd let like 5 good players get injured. I didn't realize they would just choke. The signs were there. Well, even the Ivory Coast game, not really, but like during the tournament, the signs were there that Guatemala would happen. I didn't want to believe it until it did. 2-0 Columbus. 2-0 Columbus. Toluca's getting beat by Columbus. Columbus Crew, Max Arfston scores. I guess Toluca's not winning this tournament. Gonna be hard for them to make the final 4, or the final 8, I should say. Gonna be hard for them to make the final 8. Guess that's good news for MLS. '55th minute. So far, León is still holding on, even though they've been shaky. Brought down. They're not being smart. Playing forward. Out for a throw. '55th minute. 0-1, Zeroh 1. León playing forward. Drop ball. Toluca's playing like shit. Puebla's playing like prime Barcelona. What's going on? I guess here's the thing. Leagues Cup, if you're a good MLS team, I guess hosting games actually does. I guess hosting games at Leagues Cup actually does benefit MLS. That's my realization. NYCFC is a borderline shit team in MLS. Puebla, well, they're not that good either, but it's a borderline shit team playing a borderline shit team. But Toluca and Columbus are both good teams. That's true. But Columbus is hosting the game. What I don't get is that Puebla's winning at Yankee effing Stadium. Well, let me check. Let me check where they're playing this. It is New York. Oh, they're playing at Red Bull Arena. Okay, that makes way more sense. They're playing on a full pitch. Okay, that makes way more sense. Olger Escobar and Guboglo coming on for Montreal. That makes way more sense. They're playing at Red Bull Arena. Okay. Well, that makes way more sense. While Puebla's doing fine, then they're playing on a full-size pitch. Columbus, on the other hand, they're a really good team. Toluca's a good team, but Columbus is a good team. I guess them playing at home really does change things up. Montreal's playing at home, but they're a shit team playing a solid team. And even then, let's not forget, Montreal's looked pretty damn tough to beat tonight. Montreal definitely has looked tough to beat tonight. So that's fair. No. Well, there's a western side and an eastern side. America has hosting rights, but it's at an MLS stadium. But they have hosting rights. But they're one of the only clubs that have that. But then it's still in the USA, so does it really matter? Playing forward's León. And sometimes when the team is the home team and the better ranked team, they're still being hosted by the MLS team. Out for a goal kick. Leagues Cup being Leagues Cup. This is why I press for the MLS All-Star Game to count. This is why I press for the All-Star Game to count. I will always do this. There are multiple things I will press for, whether I'm on this or I'm a coach or anything in MLS. MLS All-Star Game should count for home field advantage for the Leagues Cup final. And by that I mean whatever league wins the All-Star Game, if MLS wins the All-Star Game, no matter what, the Leagues Cup final needs to be hosted in the USA or Canada. If Liga MX win the All-Star Game, the Leagues Cup final should be hosted in Mexico, no matter what. No matter what. So again, for example, if the MLS wins the All-Star Game, but the Leagues Cup final, if the Leagues Cup final is a Mexican team versus a Mexican team, they should still play like at LA. If Liga MX wins the All-Star Game, but it's MLS v MLS final, it should still be hosted at the Azteca. And honestly, even then, knowing there's a third place match, they could also play at the stadium that hosts the final, since they played the third place game on the same day. But again, the MLS All-Star Game should count. It should. The MLS All-Star Game should count for Leagues Cup final home field advantage. Ball played back. 62nd minute. Bad tackle. Montreal has the ball. They make a run. Prince Owusu runs onto it. Prince Owusu shot. Goal. 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 Prince Owusu. Finally. He's been going for one all night. And there it is. 1-1. Prince Owusu ties the game. And as of now, if we have a tie game after 90, we go to a shootout. He's been looking for that all night. And honestly, I'm happy for him. Prince Owusu. Seeley with a pass. Finds the opening. Owusu makes the run. And boom. Just past Jimenez. It's onside too. Keep giving him chances. You're going to get burnt. Yep. Honestly, Montreal deserves to at least draw this match the way they've been playing. I got to say. So there goes that bell. There goes that damn bell. 63rd minute. Goal is 62 minutes. 1-1. Looks like a shootout's very likely unless León takes the L. Okay, Leagues Cup's just being Leagues Cup then. Leagues Cup's just being Leagues Cup then. Or will León turn on the gas? Will León turn on the gas and find a goal before the final minute? All right. Piet coming on next. Nathan Lucas walked for the Blue Jays. First and second, one out. Throw in for León. '64th minute. Owusu's had a damn good night. Like, he was looking for that. And you know what? There's the goal that I would have expected. That we've been looking for most of the game. Piet on for Sinchuk. León trying to find an answer. NYCFC is so trash. We'll say it's kind of funny. '65th minute. And double play by the Blue Jays. Damn it. '65th minute. 1-1, 1-1. If this game holds where it is, we will have a shootout. Still 2-0 Columbus, 1-0 Pueblo, 1-1. Will León find an answer before the shootout, or will we go to a shootout? Free kick for León. Nobody there besides Montreal players. Horrible free kick. Horrible. Cross in. Blocked away. I mean, this pretty much is that. Arguably. Like, the fact there is a Central American Cup, Caribbean Cup, and Leagues Cup basically is 3-second tournaments in that vein. Now, I don't really see how that would work. Like a second tournament? I mean, MLS teams and Mexican teams, like, even if you put the lower teams, they're still going to win the tournament. Like, I think the way it works in CONCACAF is honestly probably the right way. I mean, damn good move for Vancouver. They're a contender. He's a damn good player. He's still got a lot to give. They got a damn good chance to advance or win the MLS Cup, I should say. '68th minute, 1-1. Yeah, I agree. And no offense, but it's true. Montreal, I don't know if it's because they're a host team or León is just not as good as we thought. I don't know. Or is Montreal just really up for something? Like they want to prove a point? I'm not sure. Montreal's form has been really good recently. Like, I feel like, if I'm being honest, if I'm being honest, I kind of feel like Montreal, ever since they lost to Forge, they want to make a damn point. Like they didn't like it that. Prediction for Club America versus RSL. Club America beats RSL. Is that what I said? Goalkeeper saves them again. Let me check the cards. America, 6 points. Yeah, I think they beat RSL. Yep. I had them beating RSL. 2-1. 70th minute. Save. '70th minute. 20 minutes plus stoppage time and maybe a shootout. Maybe a shootout. If Montreal would have played this way against Forge, I would have been heartbroken. I would have been heartbroken. 71st minute. Let's look at the scores. 71st minute. Still 2-0 between Toluca and Columbus Crew. Columbus leads Toluca. Shocking result. Well, I mean, he's not even... Let me tell you, speaking of young players who never hit their potential, João Felix. That man legitimately did Lozano worse than Lozano. As in, João Felix lost his absolute career. Like, I'm surprised. Like, let me tell you, João Felix fell off harder. He wasn't a Freddie Adu because he went to Chelsea. He went to AC Milan. He's not a Freddie Adu, but he is a Chucky Lozano. Like, João Felix is Chucky Lozano. If not, maybe worse. Chucky Lozano had so much potential. And the fact he never hit it, that's sad. But João Felix had even more potential than he never hit. And I don't know if it's because he went to Atletico when Simeone was still playing terrorist ball. That might be the case. Simeone, when it comes down to it, Simeone definitely has only recently started to become more of a progressive manager. He started to bet in things of new era football. There was a time where I think João Felix would have had a better time if he was 3 or 4 years younger and went, like last year or 2 years. But then again, what about the Barcelona era? What about that's true, but oh, damn. Tsunami alert issued for the entire west coast of U.S. Oh. Well, it's Hawaii. The whole West Coast? 8.7 earthquake. I guess it is the whole West Coast. But there's a tsunami watch for Hawaii. Potential wave arrival 12:17 a.m. Central. Damn. That's lots to watch. Well, at least I have like what? 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 5 hours of lead time for a tsunami. That ain't okay. The Blue Jays, 6 more defensive outs and offensive outs before extras. León, what is with the damn smoke? Jesus Christ. Header. 75th minute. Played it back. Bad giveaway. Very bad giveaway. Owuzu's on his own. He can make a run. Prince Owuzu. Cross in. Owuzu, save! Saved by Jimenez. Owuzu took the shot. He almost got the winning goal. Almost did. It's fine. You're fine. You're fine. Gustavo, you're fine. You're fine. Take a rest. Hey, buddy. Hey, buddy, tell him to take a rest. Tell him to take a rest. A dictator from the Middle East. I'm just your average Joe. Take a rest. Take a rest. '77th minute. Yeah. Well, what do you know? That's something. Header brought down. Sealy. Sealy plays on to Gaboglo, and damn, Montreal might just win this game late. León has nothing. They're going to be lucky if they win before penalties. Goal kick. What? León will be lucky if they win before penalties, let alone win penalties. Well, playing forward. '79th minute. 1-1, 1-1. Latori's off for Bryce Duke. Seeley is off for Pierce. '79th minute. Free kick for Montreal. Brought down, cleared away, León. Well, oh yeah, Molson Coors, yeah? Okay, that makes sense then. I was like, oh wait, they do own each other. Yeah, Molson Coors. Oh yeah, okay. Toluca scored 2-1. Paulinho. 2-1. Paulinho scored against Columbus. Paulinho. 75th minute. 1-2. Jimenez makes the save. Jimenez makes the save off of Pierce. León's been badly outplayed this second half. I'd say the whole game, really. Besides the first goal, they've been badly outplayed. Montreal legit has been the better team. Thank you. Thank you. '81st minute. Oh. Puebla 1-0 against NYCFC. Yep. Walk, 2 on, 1 out. Corner for Montreal. If we're looking at the Jays game, I should say. 2 on, 1 out. Cross in, shot, Owuzu. Nope, it gets cleared. What do you think, Henry? The same thing I always do. What do you think, Henry? The same thing I always do. There we go. 81st minute. (1-1). No rum, no. I'm not that. I'm not there yet. Yes, I did. I'm glad. That's a W. Ion's coming on for León, 83rd minute. I think we're going to a penalty shootout unless Montreal scores. Funes Mori is coming off. Valadez is coming on as well. In play outs. Damn it. Double play ends the inning. Shit. Estrada's off for Valadez. So 6 defensive outs left for the Blue Jays, 3 offensive outs left for the Blue Jays. We're going to see if they score. Or will they go to extras? Still 1-0 for NYCFC Puebla. 84th minute. Well, the way this game's going, Montreal might win this game before the shootout. And honestly, that's deserved. Honestly, that's deserved. The way they've played, that's deserved. 2-0 for the NYCFC game. And it's Puebla 2-0. Thank you, Sean. Puebla 2-0. Gomez just scored. 38th minute. Organista, the assist save. Playing at Red Bull Arena, they're losing 2-0. Maybe they should have played on a baseball field. Maybe they should have played on a baseball field. I agree with that. How many games do you reckon MLS and Liga MX will win today? Well, are we counting penalty shootouts? Columbus is beating Toluca. I think Columbus holds on. Pueblas, that's 1-1. Tigres beats Houston, 2 for Mexico. LAFC beats Mazatlan, 2-2. Pachuca, San Diego. I think I had San Diego winning that, so 3-2. And a draw between Montreal and León, but it might be 4-2 if Montreal do what they're supposed to do. PK for NYCFC. So that should be 2-1. Because they figured out how to win, actually. Penalty for NYCFC. Well, there you go. At least they could get one back. 85th minute. Playing forward. No, they play a little bit the infield. I think outside of it, they do cover the mound, though, but they do run into the infield. That's out for a corner for Montreal. Montreal is honestly the better team, but I say we go to a shootout. They already put in Jeff Hoffman. Okay. I guess he's going to go 2. And they hope they score. All right. 86th minute. Paulinho tied it up. Well, there you go. There's your tie goal. Paulinho, 2-2. As soon as I said, Paulinho ties it up 2-2. Cross in, 1-1. Well, there you go. As soon as I said Columbus will hold on, they get scored on. You're welcome. 2-2. 2-2. Yes. 87th minute throw-in. Let's see if NYCFC scored their penalty. They haven't taken it yet. Ooh. Playing forward. Here comes León. And Zeroh gets there first. 87th minute. I wasn't rooting for Columbus. I just said I think they'll hold on. That's all I said. And saved by Jimenez. VAR. For who? Yellow card. So I'm guessing that penalty still stands. And Owusu gets pushed. No check there. 88th minute. I think maybe they should have. Either way. James. Man, they pushed him back far. Playing forward. James Rodriguez. Still. Where's the James magic? Cross in, save. 88th minute. We're staring down a shootout between Montreal and León. I think he's right. Well, they should be back this year. Or old FIFA cards. Oh, fair enough. But he should be back as a FIFA card this year. Liga MX is coming back to FIFA. Or EA Sports FC. 89th minute. VAR checking the NYCFC penalty. It's not a play on the ball. No PK drop ball. '89th minute. Good tackle. Free kick. Free kick for Montreal. Drop ball for NYCFC or against. So drop ball the NYCFC game. They don't get a penalty. 89th minute. Speaking of, let's check the score of the Motagua versus Verdez game. It should be 2 or 3-0 by now, I would hope. 2-0 Motagua. I called it halftime. There we go. 2-0 Motagua at halftime against Verdez. There you go. Maiha and Serrano scored. That's what I would have thought, but Verdez is down 2-0. Free kick for Montreal, 90th minute. How much stoppage time? Last kick of regular time. Played over the top. Shot and cleared. That's out for a throw. 4 minutes of stoppage time before a penalty shootout. 2-2. Probably also got a shootout for Toluca versus Columbus. And Baltimore scored a run. Off a double. All right. Blue Jays have to score a run at the top of the 9th. Shit. Playing forward. PK for Columbus. Well, what do you know? It's about to be 3. Could be. VAR checking, penalty for Columbus. Yellow card. Cool, Sean. '92nd minute. Looks like we're going to go to a shootout when it comes to Montreal and León. Now, of course, Columbus, if they score, they're probably going to win the game. Free kick for León. They take a running start, headed away. Shot! Offside. Rossi saved. So we might have 2 shootouts over the next couple of minutes. All right. 92nd minute. I thought James Rodriguez was getting better during the Copa America. He was. '93rd minute. '93rd minute. '94th minute. Ball don't last off penalty given. Playing forward. León, can they get a last-second winner before we go to a shootout? Brought down, and they lose the chance. Cleared away by Zeroh. Out for a throw. I think NYCFC missed the pen. No, they had a drop ball. I think they checked it and gave the drop ball. Referee's holding his ear. He's listening to the VAR referee. Interesting. Interesting. He's listening to the VAR referee. We might have a last-second penalty for León. That would be a horrible way. That does not look like a penalty to me. I feel like they're complaining for no damn reason. It would suck for Montreal to lose that way, though, if there is a penalty. Like in-game, I should say. And we're going to have a penalty shootout. There will be penalties, but it's a shootout. Full time, it is 1-1. Uno esta noche. We have a 1-1 draw. We will have a penalty shootout for the extra point. Like we normally do for this tournament. So both teams at least come out with a point. The winner of the shootout comes with 2. So Montreal at least picked up a point. We will have a shootout. Well, good to know. I still feel like that would have been good enough to beat Montreal, but sit tight. I'll be back very quickly. All right, we're back. Awesome. León's going to a penalty shootout against Montreal. Montreal could pick up a second point if they win this shootout. Toluca Columbus, 8 minutes of stoppage time for the Columbus game, halftime, so that is what it is. We have a shootout, boys. We have a shootout. León pulled a Pachuca. Pachuca dismantled their entire team after they won the CCL. Well, had to be quick because the shootout is next. Shootout's next, so. Here we go. Montreal versus León, extra point. Thoughts on San Diego stacking up USMNT prospects? Hey, they need to find a way to stay good and build a core, and that's what they're doing. So, good move. It's going to be cold in Pennsylvania. Dude, it's the summer. Hold on. Unless you're going like the fall. Either way, how's it cold the summer? It's better than freaking heat wave. Joel Waterman. So Montreal takes first. Joel Waterman. to start the shootout. Joel Waterman to take the first penalty. Let me go all the way back to the can champ. He did take first. Joel Waterman versus Jimenez. Joel Waterman. Shot, goal, 1-0. 1-0. Joel Waterman scores the opposite way. He took against Toronto. He scored during the can champ. He took against León. He scores. Tried to shake the hand of the goalie, but he was trying to shithouse, I think. Looking good. They want me to go back 2 weeks to check it again. James Rodriguez. No magic tonight. Montreal has a shootout against León. 1-1 draw. Shot, goal. 1-1. 1-1. Tied on the shootout. James scores. Montreal, honestly, has been the better team all night. So, you know what? They deserve to win the shootout. If they lose the shootout, that hurts. If León got that last-second penalty that they were looking for, that would have hurt even more. And if León scored. But 1-1 after round one of the shootout. 1-1. Montreal outplayed León heavily, though. Let's just be real. Brandon Craig to make it 2. Shot, goal. 2-1, 2-1, Brandon Craig. 2-1. 2-1, Brandon Craig scores. Adonis Frias. To tie the game back up. Shot, goal. Just past the hand. No dive at all from Sawa. 2-2. Yeah, I would agree with that. I mean, Montreal, I'm actually kind of wowed with how they played. One minute away from a shootout of the Columbus game. Bryce Duke. I might watch a Columbus shootout, too, before I do the RSR. Just because. Bryce Duke. Bryce Duke versus Jimenez. Goal. Same side, but he rolls it past him. 3-2, 3-2. Montreal's booty cheeks. You might be right, but they played really good today. They deserve more than a penalty shootout win. They should have won outright. León's lucky they scored early. They at least got a point out of it. They're lucky. Emiliano Rigoni. Shot, goal. Emiliano Rigoni scores. Former MLS guy, he gets it. 3-3. 3-3, 3-3. Of course I want Montreal to lose. Yep, you play for Austin, then León. Yep, Rigoni. And Olger Escobar. Olger Escobar, 3-3, 3-3. Oh, and he scores! He just gets it past Jimenez. 4-3. 4-3. Olger Escobar scores. Did he score against Canada? He did not go up. Nope. 4-3, 4-3. Here comes León for their fourth taker. Shot and scores. Ion bangs it home. Edson Ion. Cuatro, cuatro. So if Montreal scores, they certain to go to sudden death. If they don't score, León could win it with the final kick of the game. Montreal, at this point, they have to score. Prince Owusu. Prince Owusu got him here. He's had a really good game. He should have had more than one goal. Can he score his penalty? Prince Owusu to make it 5. 5 for 5 for Montreal. Can it be? Prince Owusu waits. Shot. Goal. Puts it past Jimenez. 5-5. 5-4. 5-4. And León has to score to go to sudden death. If they don't, Montreal gets the extra point. Owusu's underrated. Yep. If only. And Montreal's going to sudden death at the very least, but they could win this game if Rodrigo Echeverria. Goal! Just gets it past Sawal with pace. 5-5, 5-5. We go to sudden death. 5-5, 5-5. Ooh. And here we go. Pierce? No, Luca Petrasso. Can he keep it? Goal! 6-5. 6-5. What a shot. There will be another round if León scores. If they miss, Montreal gets the extra point. And it's Gauthier. Valentin Gauthier. Shot, goal! Bottom corner. 6-6. We go again. And Columbus Toluca ended 2-2. They go to a shootout. And we have Tom Pierce. Tom Pierce. Tom Pierce. Goal. 7-6. CF. We at least have another round of sudden death if León scores. But at some point, somebody's got to screw up. I want goalies, damn it. I want goalies, damn it. At this point, let's just get to the goalies. I want goalies, damn it. And next up, we have Sebastian Santos. Shot! Crossbar! It's over! Montreal gets the extra point. 1-1. Esta noche. 1-1 on the night. 1-1 esta noche. 7-6 en penales. 7-6 on penalties. Rossi got saved by Toluca. We will finish off the Columbus shootout as well. Well deserved for CF Montreal tonight. They get the extra point. 2-0. Toluca has a 2-0 lead on the shootout. Zeroh. Save! A save by Garcia. Zeroh save. Toluca, they'll get that extra point at least. It's better than nothing. Tigres have a point. Toluca scores a third. Save! Schulte. 2-0. They had a good game tonight. What can I say? They deserve to at least get the extra point. León choked like hell. León is ass. León is ass. Habroom for Columbus. Schulte gave him some life. Might as well finish this shootout. Shot, goal. 2-1. What a penalty. That was good. Schulte. Hell no. Hell no, hell no, hell no. Goal. Do you not remember how I felt about Vancouver, the CONCACAF Champions Cup final? Times that by 20 for Montreal. I only root for Forge because they're my team when it comes to the CPL. Also have no problems with any other CPL teams, but you know, do that what you will. I will never root for Montreal. Never. If I'm rooting for Montreal, 3-1. Lapalainen. Dude, if I'm ever rooting for Montreal, save me. I probably got kidnapped. Shot goal by Lapalainen. 3-2. 3-2. Columbus has to get a save just to send it, well, before they have to shoot to send it to extra or sudden death. Columbus needs a save and then to score just to go to sudden death. Toluca could win it here. Schulte has to make a save. Helinho. Goal! 4-2 Toluca. They win. Helinho wins it for Toluca, 4-2. Toluca gets the extra point. Columbus had the lead, but they blew it. With that being said, there you go. If you like this stream, like it, share, subscribe. You know what it is. Tell your friends. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell notification once subscribed. Send some chats on the live streams. Comment on this video. Put this in playlist. Share with friends and family. All that great stuff. I'll see you within, well, hell, not within the hour. Within the hour for the review of this match, but I'll see you at 10 for the Pachuca versus San Diego game. We'll be live for that. I'll see you later. I'm running them out. Peace. See ya. I'm running them out. Peace.